sell their lands because of high cost of production and low profit in agriculture. And this is a very important point that was identified, that there are policies of governments that actually promote and pushes for the change of use of lands. And this pattern of land use conversion and converting into monoculture cash crops exacerbates climate change.
It was decided that consumers need to figure out a way, consumer organizations, on how to translate climate change information into food issues. So you want to focus on local sustainable agriculture, trying to support local farmers, eating more locally and seasonally.
We struggle to have control on our own land, and we struggle to teach our new generation actually to practice our original or traditional agriculture practice. Okay, to bring back the land to the people.
We talk about the lack of the information on the climate change, and after tsunami or even after disaster, now we found that displaced the women and the children.
We believe that implementation of genuine agrarian reform is the ultimate solution on the food crisis. Government should also control food crisis, stop importation, give full support to rice productivity program, and withdraw its membership to WTO.
Women therefore own less land and animals than men, have less cash and access to markets, and have more everyday needs that must be satisfied through the commons. They remain invisible, remain subordinated, controlled, and so many forms of control. So the battle is so many levels. The layers of discrimination, the layers of exclusion is so tremendous that the struggle is really so complex.
The Kyoto Protocol that was supposed to become legally binding with punishment contained more market-based measures. The actions taken by the developing countries in mitigation and adaptation will push and have pushed the developing countries into more indebted situations.
In terms of the climate justice movement, I actually see a lot of positive things going on there. And actually, if you look, for example, at the Climate Justice Now coalition, which has a membership of around 150 organisations and it's growing every day.
We have to develop technologies by the farmer, of the farmer, and for the farmer. For adaptations to climate change, we have to do this so-called adaptation model or organic approach. That is, even if this technology can switch from left to right, at least it is within a range of conditions, and that is, if you develop technology, it should be more adapted to a broader applications.
Basically, the forest fires are so much now that, and there is nothing to eat for the wild animals in the forest, so they are coming to the fields and destroying everything. There have been many small struggles in Uttarakhand, and this is one of them.
And the local farmer also organize other farmers to train them about the pesticide hazards and how to reduce pesticide.
I agree with the suggestion of Rhoda that we should engage FAO aggressively also. Aggressively, not just as part as a listener, but we have really to be a part of the forum.
The collapse of agriculture because of this kind of market-led corporate, agriculture being taken away from women
and climate change.
And the climate change. So that is forcing A, trafficking of women, and B, many countries who are giving forced migration.
We need to get information from Bolivia and Venezuela regarding food sovereignty implementation because they have done it on the national plan. We also formulate that IPC and issues for World Food Summit, such as aggressively and critically lobby at FAO, example World Food Summit 2009, And then we should sign on to support IASTD prominence in FAO.
With BA is yet to become a mainstream in the countries where we are working as partners. So there were a number of suggestions discussed. Very specific suggestions are there that in terms of the knowledge which is available with the partners, the experience and the information which is available, we can consolidate.
All the documents present women as victims of climate change. Make women become visible not as victims, but make women's voices be heard against climate change.
Apart from that, we have the PMCC has planning a People's Assembly on the opening day of COP15 and a Global Day of Action on December 12th.
During that time, the encouragements of logging has been there for many times. And he then at their level trying their best to chase the loggers away